Very cool. Now, as far as, we were kind of talking earlier about kids and grandkids and things of that nature and developmentally, if you had coaches and whatnot that are working with kids that are in the younger levels, high school and, before that, what would you recommend to them as far as trying to get them prepared for hitting those upper levels of performance?
Well, in what I'm working with my grandkids now is, number one is being able to control their own body weight. Mm-hmm. All right. So, are you strong enough to control your own body weight? And, in other words, can you squat and can you do push-ups and can you do a plank and can you do a lateral plank so that we can maintain that stability so that, we can produce some force. The second thing is, can you start, stop, and change directions? And are your mechanics good? Because you can't recover from a bad start. And it doesn't make any difference whether you're trying to run to first base or whether you're trying to avoid a run down or you're trying to change directions because you misjudged a fly ball. If you have a bad start, you're not going to be able to recover for it. So, do you have proper mechanics? And can we teach these mechanics in a fun way? Make it game-like, and so that they're learning in spite of themselves.
Right on. Well, and I think those things that, like kids don't understand why they're doing certain things. And if you say, well, we're developing your anaerobic energy system, they don't care. And with, so I have 3 kids at home, all under the age of 12, and every single one of them has been in gymnastics for years. And a lot of it's that same reason. It's like, I want them to develop the body awareness, the good ability to, move their body in time and space and things of that nature. Then hopefully, should they choose to, be in athletics, which, Dad secretly hopes they will, that they're able to be, better skilled at whatever sport they may choose. And, I think with some of the younger kids, sport, early specialization is one of those things where, I think, probably a decade ago, we kind of got in that trap where kids thought that the way to get really, really good at a sport was specialize really early in it, which kind of intuitively would make some sense, because if you want to get really good at something, you devote a lot of time and effort to it. But I think, as you said, looking at that good multilateral development now really can have a big impact as far as just overall long-term, the levels they can actually reach.
Absolutely. Agility, balance, coordination, each of those attributes, when you go to apply it, it's different when you apply it in baseball than when you apply it in football. And it's different in gymnastics, it's different in basketball. So the more exposure you can get, the more activities you can do, the better you're going to be, when and if you ever come to specialize. And I like to put a ball in it, because, if you can put a ball or if you can make it game-like, kids will really, they'll buy into it. And adult kids will buy into it also.
Oh, yeah.
And I think one of the things that's really helped my grandkids with agility, change of direction, and work capacity is that they got a dog. And that dog likes to, they chase him, they try to catch him, and it's like Rocky chasing the chicken.
That's what I'm getting ready to say.
I mean,
exactly.
they are totally out of breath, and and they're doing all the right moves, and as Lauren says, sometimes from the wrong position.
Yeah.
But they're doing, they're making the right movement patterns. And they're working on their work capacity, and they're having a good time, and the dog is thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it takes the emphasis off that sets and reps and work rest intervals and durations and all that stuff, and puts the emphasis back on fun and trying to actually accomplish tasks. And I think kids are such concrete thinkers that again, if you go in there and try and say, hey, these are the specific attributes to work on, they're not going to get that. If you go, hey, run down there as fast as you can, shoot a basket, run down here and try and shoot another one, they can kind of get that a little bit better.
Absolutely.